Alright, so right after I built this a few minutes ago. What? Okay, hold on. Alright, just play with your toys for a minute. I just built this a few minutes ago, well, like an hour ago. And then I swapped it to this. I don't know why exactly I did it. I think it was because I wanted a lighter. I didn't even weigh this yet. I literally just finished it. Iron's still hot. But let me weigh this. So the other one was what, 63 or 65, something like that. Ooh, nice, 57. So that's a nice number right there, 57. Especially with a 600 milliamp hour battery. Yep, I see that. So 57. That's a real good number. I believe this battery's charged. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So we'll try this out. So I used mostly all plastic. I use plastic standoffs, plastic screws, except for the top I use metal screws. That's it, but this frame was just much lighter, so I shaved off like, what, 6 to 8 grams, which is a lot on a micro. To be able to shave off 8 grams on a brush quad is night and day difference. All I'm using is servo tape to hold this on. It's sitting on top of the satellite right now. And then I also use servo tape and the foam that it came with for the flight controller. So it's not going anywhere. There's no way that's coming off very easily. And it's angled up. Nice angle there. Probably like 15 degrees. It's kind of tilted a tiny bit, but that's totally fine. I mean, this isn't going to be the end result. I just finished building this, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it'll most likely involve hot glue or what I've been seeing a lot recently on all those ready to fly brush quads from Banggood is they're using rubber bands to hold the cameras on, and that's it. Just a rubber band on the camera holding it down. So I actually just saw some new ones today from JJRC. They have like 2 new ones. Plus there's a really cool frame for $8 on there now too. Let me show you real quick. So if you ever want to see what the newest shit is, you just go to Toys and Hobbies, Multi-Rotor Parts, and then up here click on New Arrivals. And see, we got JJ Pro 85 millimeter. It looks pretty cool. It reminds me of the Eachine QX80, I think it is. But it is a little bit different. There's different stuff on it. The camera, I don't even think it's a Eachine camera. It could be, but I don't know. I don't think it is. The frame's a little bit different. But anyway, and then here's a 95, which looks really cool too. Looks pretty sweet. And then this frame right here is awesome. It's a King Kong 100. And it's an X. It's got the rubber grommets. And then it's even got a little battery mat thing. Non-slip thing. Comes with a bunch of rubber bands, all the hardware. It looks like a sweet frame. Nice cutout for your camera up front on the top plate. Except on the bottom there's that big hole right there where you would put a camera, so I don't know. I guess if it's tilted, the front part would lean on that ledge, but it looks like a badass frame for $7.99, and it's in stock right now. They even got a knockoff Pico BLX. I'm pretty sure it's a knockoff. It's gotta be. It's only $24. So that is like the deal of the century right there. If it does all the same shit. It looks just like the Pico BLX. So if it's not... Oh, it is. Wait. They spell it with a K. Piko BLS. They changed 2 of the letters. 2 of the letters. Yeah. Look at that. It's identical. They just changed 2 of the letters on the name. Damn, that's a steal right there though. 24 bucks. These things work amazing, especially on little brushless quads like 1104, even 1306. You can even, I mean, like the Multirotor Mania Reaper, which is a 195, has 20 millimeter holes now for these. Man, I gotta get a few of those. That's awesome. What the hell was I going on here for? Just to show you those, I think. Oh, and here's a King Kong Q100 too. $52. It has big ass props too. That's cool. This one looks pretty decent, actually. It looks like they knew what they were doing. Even though it's kind of ugly, I bet it's probably really good. And look at all those props it comes with. 1, 2, 3, like 5, 6 sets of props. And they're the long, big ones. And then look at that Cameron VTX. That VTX is, I've never seen one like that before. That's gonna be a deal right there. 52 bucks for all that. With the DSM-2 receiver. Without a receiver, it's only 46. Damn, shit is getting so cheap these days. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. I'm planning on building the Multirotor Mania Reaper, and I'm going to be using these motors right here, which put out over 1150 grams of thrust, which is just insane. These Racer Stars, 2205, 2700 kV. Oh man, I can't wait to use those. It's going to be so sick. Anyway. What are you doing? God, I feel like I'm starting to get sick. I got something in my throat. Ugh. I hope you didn't bring some bug home from school from those stupid kids. Alright, let's try this out. Oh yeah, it's got tons of power. And it flies awesome. Oh man. I can just feel it, how it's just like, yeah, you know, when something's flying good, you just know it, you know, you just feel it inside. You're like, yeah, that is flying good. And look at that camera. It's just showing you right there all bright and blue. I'm on A2. Oh man, that is so sick. It's making a vibrating sound in the props. I gotta swap the props. I'm gonna put on those gym fan ones that I just got. I already had some. I just wanted to grab another set. I should have got like 100 sets, but I'm poor, so I get what I can. And this battery is just so perfectly snug in here with a piece of this on it, the locking Velcro. I just stuck it on there to make it the battery thicker, and it's just like wedged in there perfectly. Look at that. That battery will never come out, even in the hardest crash. It's awesome. What? No. In a minute. I always say that. In a minute. In a minute. You need to go be in bed. No. Yeah, it's freaking 9:30. No, I don't. Whatever. You little back talker. She always talks back to me like she's the boss, and I just let her get away with it. Oh yeah. There we go. I love these props. They're not always the best option though. Sometimes you need to use those smaller ones. These do take quite a bit more voltage and amp draw, so you get less flight time. And the motors do get warmer than smaller props. So I saw this guy building a quad like this earlier. Well, it was one of the Banggood ones. It was like the 90 millimeter one. And they come with all those grommets. And he had a really good idea, because it comes with like so many of them, like 3 or 4 sets of 4. So he had one above the motor, and then the motor was like halfway down here, and he had one below the arm and one above the arm on the motors, so that the motor couldn't slide up or down. And I was thinking, like, that's a really good idea, but is it adding a bunch of extra weight? And I don't know. Let me do a little test here and see if I can figure out what the weight would be. They don't feel like they weigh anything. Good job. Wow. Your finger? What? 6 grams for all of them. Take off 4 and now it says 4. Take off 4 more. Now it says 3. Almost 2. And that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 10, 9, 8. Between 0 and 2. I don't know why it's not showing up 1. Let me keep going. Try to get it to say 1. See, now it jumped up to 3. So I would guess that it's like 1.5 grams for 8 of them, which isn't bad at all. 1.5 grams isn't anything really. I mean, it is and it isn't. If you were talking about like on the Tiny Whoop, then yeah, 1.5 grams is a lot. But on an 8mm motor, it's not as big of a deal. 1.5 grams, but 6 to 8 grams is a big deal. So anyway, let's see what it does now. Got these nice shiny new props. They're gonna be like right in the middle of the screen. That's alright though. Actually, I think I need to recalibrate now that I put it on a new frame. I'll do that real quick. Dang, you got all that stuff lined up. Yeah. You're silly. Yeah. Yes, you're silly. Oh, and got the USB right here. Don't got nothing in the way. Let's see what it says. 2, yeah, it's a little bit off. Alright, let's see what happens. Actually, make sure it's still on 2 and 2. For some reason, sometimes this switches on its own. I don't know why. It's weird. But everything looks good. You can go back in the kitchen. You don't gotta be scared. You don't have to be scared. I'm right here. Go ahead and play. Okay. It's flying pretty nice. Lots of power. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Daddy likey. Just need a buzzer now. Let's see how she flips. Not bad. I don't really have the rates set up for it yet because it's pretty slow. Pretty slow on the flipping. Let me turn that up a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, you can feel the motors. They're not hot, but they're warmer than normal. But that's okay. I just love that blue light, man. That LED number and letter. It's awesome. Yeah, this thing is pretty sweet. It's flying perfect. I'm wondering if there's anything else I could do to make it better. If it could be better. It felt pretty good to me. I don't know. Just turn the rates up a little bit and let's see. Yeah, that looks good to me. See if I can go up a little bit more on pitch and roll P. Go up to 55 and 70. Turn D down 25. And RC rate, go to 7. Wow, that's flying excellent. Yeah, that's flying super nice. It's just incredibly stable. I like it. Oh yeah, I like it a lot. Until I break an arm. See, when I first bought this frame, it didn't have the slots in the arms. It was solid. And it's 2 millimeters thick, so it's like, with solid arms 2 millimeters thick, it would be pretty damn hard to break. You don't see too many brushed frames that are 2 millimeters thick. Solid, but... Anyway, there she blows. Pretty sweet. Alright, I'm outie. Outie. I'm outie 5,000.